Hello there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fights. We are here in the singles summer tournament. We've got Robert Castner going up against Javi Madan. I don't have the seedings in front of me. Go fuck yourself. I want to say that Robert might be the 4 seed, which would make Javi the 13 seed.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Great. Nick, thoughts on this match? They've played before.
They played very recently, quite frankly, Tim. Rob did beat Javi on his journey to get to his first title challenge. He's actually the only player in this tournament that's challenged for the title already this year. So that's definitely a leg up he has on everyone else in the tournament. I'm excited to see it. But Javi was no easy win the first time, and he will not be an easy win this time. The truth is, you usually like to get if you lose to someone, you usually like to play someone else before you play them again. The way the seedings worked out, everyone else matched up beautifully, like never played this person or have only played them like a while ago or something like that. But Javi and Robert together again. I think I said it when Robert won the last one that they play 10 times, and I think each of them wins 5. So, like, really, it's a 50-50 chance as to who wins it. We'll say it in every match, but 4, 13, 12, 22, hut hike. Doesn't matter what your seed is. I think they all have a chance to win.
Yeah, I think I would be remiss if we did not also add that these two teams played in a seeding match for the teams tournament. Their teams did, and Javi came out winning on that one. And I know that Robert and Kaiser really wanted to win that match to earn the number 1 seed spot, and Javi has that over Robert too. So I think these are two really strong players. I think Javi's extremely underrated in this game. He had an incredible rookie season, a bit of a slip up in his second season, but I think he's one of the best we have playing right now. I'm really looking forward to this. And Robert, like you said, challenge for the title already, just on another level. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go talk to them right now in the promos.
Look, sometimes Javi's not just a client that I'm managing. Javi's a friend. Javi's a teammate. And sometimes you just need to support your friend and your teammate by saying, we're going to have a good time. We're going to chill and we're going to relax. Sometimes the way you do that is the two of you dress up as Lilo and Stitch. Javi, you've beaten people. Don't think about your last match. Think about your last teams match. Think about the teams match where we played them. That's the Javi we are going to see today. Luck will hopefully be on our side. When in doubt, chill out. We ball. Say the thing.
Light the fuse. Do it. Keep on lighting the fuse.
I mean, I can say a bunch of like nonsensical shit, but whenever I do, Tim gets pissed off at me. So I'm going to try and be on my better behavior today. We'll see. Bobby, how do you feel?
This is the 6th time I've played a Young Justice person in 2 years. It's becoming old Justice, if you will. So no tricks, no anything. I do want to give a shout out. Lena Headey married Mark Menchaca just the other day. So Mark, good on you. Liam.
Let's do this.
Nick, I would like to clear something up for the record here. Will is just inaccurate. When he says wacky shit, it's not that I get annoyed at that. I just get annoyed whenever he says anything. It doesn't have to be wacky, frankly. He called him Bobby. Of course I would be annoyed with that. Nick, other than that, your thoughts on the promos?
I'd like to clear something up. Mark Menchaca, very available. Ladies, hit him up.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were talking about there, but I would assume there's another Mark Menchaca that married...
or perhaps a duplicate, a doppelganger.
Mark Menchaca, is he available?
Maybe.
I have to rethink some things. Let's get into round number 1. Here's how it's going to work. Wait, Nick's going to tell you. Whoa.
Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of fandom fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions, we get into round number 1.
No, Bobby is a totally acceptable thing to call me, by the way.
Okay.
Good luck and congrats.
I was giggling because we were just talking about how I write long questions. Question number 1 will come in the category of Marvel. Name both mutants who appear in Xavier's school in X-Men The Last Stand, who appear as part of the dystopian group that uses time travel to stay a step ahead of the Sentinels in X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay.
Tell me what part of that I could have cut out.
Many matches ago, I discussed with you that I am watching the 90s X-Men television show for the first time. I am now on season 4. Shit is getting weird, people.
Not surprised.
It's getting weird. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Very 90s. Let's go to Javi.
Kitty and Bobby.
Let's go to Bobby.
Iceman and Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, we can accept both those answers 1-1. Your next question is in the category of mixed bag. Ooh, what could it be? Which actor appears in the following fandom films? Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and Flushed Away. Speaking of flushing away, I had to replace a toilet in my house. I already made a poop joke last time we talked about Flushed Away. I had to replace a toilet.
What'd you replace it with?
A new toilet.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good.
I tried to convince Maggie to put a urinal in. She didn't go for it. 5,
Ooh. P cubes.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
Bill Nye.
And Javi.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye is correct. Your next question is coming to you from Nick.
It's in the category of YA. At the end of Breaking Dawn Part 2, Alice has a vision of a grown-up Renesmee and Jacob reuniting with Edward and Bella at what type of location?
Bill Nye appearing in one of my favorite films of the year, top 5 right now. Shocked me to my very core. Did not think I was going to like it at all, but The First Omen up there.
Oh, I thought the movie was called Top 5, and I was like, didn't Chris Rock and Adam
Chris Rock directed that film. Great film, that one as well. But The First Omen, surprisingly fucking great. 5, 4, 3,
horror icon.
2, 1. Pens down. The Devil, an icon. Yeah. Let's go to Javi.
Is that a beach?
And Robert.
I also said a beach.
Beach is correct. 3-3. Your next question coming from the category of Star Trek. Who ultimately saves Picard from the Borg while he is walking on the external hull of the Enterprise in First Contact?
Can I get a technical? I'm sorry.
Yes, you can. Your question again. Who ultimately saves Picard from the Borg while he is walking on the external hull of the Enterprise in First Contact? Do you beach?
Love it. Love beaching.
Are there beaches in New York?
Done. I'm on an island.
Oh, yeah.
The whole outside is a beach.
So what you're saying is if I went to New York, let's say, I don't know, a week from tomorrow, could I go to a beach, dive in, and swim to the Statue of Liberty? 5.
Theoretically, yes, you could.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
Watch out for those boat motors, Tim. I said wharf.
And Javi.
I too also said wharf.
Wharf is correct. Keeping pace. 4-4. Your next question from Nick.
Your next question comes in the category of creature features. Which TMNT film features a main villain called Superfly?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that when Cody said which one, he was asking about my toilet situation. Is that that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, the one we use the least, the guest one that you've used when you've visited my home. Cody has stayed in my
I bet
home.
I know what happened.
What happened?
A monster visited your house in the night and accidentally touched a bunch of Ellie's stuff and then tried to flush it.
Oh, like in the movie. 5, 4, 3,
What?
2, 1. That's down. Let's go to Javi
Mutant Mayhem.
and Robert.
Mutant Mayhem.
Great fucking movie. That's correct. 5-5. Your next question is in the category of Worlds of DC. In Birds of Prey, who does Black Mask have held hostage just before Harley kills him? Cody, no, you did not bring my toilet. You were here in January. It is April when we're shooting this. Late April, everybody. Calm down. Delayed impact. That's really funny. No, we've used it many times. 5, 4, 3. That's so funny. 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert
Cassandra Cain.
and Javi.
Cassandra.
Cassandra Cain is correct. We are still tied up 6-6. What's next, Nick?
Next question comes to the category of James Bond. Who plays Q in Die Another Day? Another possible explanation for the toilet thing going on. Perhaps Ellie is actually a business person, wears a suit when you're not looking, shit like that, and can actually walk around and was using the toilet like an adult and broke it.
I could see it. She'd probably fall in. She's quite small.
But she's agile. You think that she would fall, and she's secretly like agile and.
Could she be like Jinx
She's
the
also
cat?
wearing a diaper, so like.
Yeah.
4. I liked where it started. 2, 1. Pens down. Didn't like the finish there. Let's go to Javi
John Cleese.
and Robert.
John Cleese.
John Cleese is correct. 7-7. Your next question is in the category of Law and Order. Your question is: an officer lies to a character claiming they have something called a dum-dum wound in order to keep them away from the case. In which Law and Order film? I dropped the caps to my marker. Very, very embarrassed. But I will have to search for it. Nick, give us that countdown.
Well, it's not time yet. Getting close.
I don't know where it is, Nick.
5.
It's gone.
I'm going to use my repeat, please.
All right, that is Robert's first repeat. I will read the question again as Tim is otherwise occupied. An officer lies to a character, claiming they have something called a dum-dum wound in order to keep them away from the case. In which Law and Order film?
Sorry, I lied about the marker thing. I'm actually getting work texts. But
I was going to ask, is a marker cap really like, do we need to stop the thing to get the marker cap?
But probably not. But yeah, no, I had 3 messages in a row, and usually when I get 3 messages in a row from work, I'm like, what's broken? But as you know, I had a work issue earlier, so I was worried.
That's why I tell people to keep their hands on screen.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
It's a Die Hard with a Vengeance.
And Javi.
Okay. Lethal Weapon 3.
Lethal Weapon 3 is correct. So Javi will take a lead and remains perfect at 8-7 as we get into your penultimate question, which is coming to you from Nick.
Penultimate question comes in the category of Pixar. What is the first type of sea creature that Marlin tells his story to, starting a chain reaction that spreads his story all the way to Nemo in Finding Nemo?
Sometimes I hate my job. I love my job, but sometimes I hate it.
Don't we all?
Sorry.
I have other feelings that I probably shouldn't publish on the internet. Just in case.
Oh man, 5, 4, 3, Jesus, 2, 1. Pens down. I am Javi.
Turtle.
And Robert.
I said sea turtle.
I think we can accept both sea turtle is correct. So it is 9-8. And if Javi hits this final question, he will get a perfect round. So your question is in the category of horror icons. And your question is, what is the name of the drug that patients at Weston Hills are forced to take to prevent dreaming in Freddy versus Jason? Nick, has Javi ever run a perfect round before?
He says no. I'm inclined to believe him, but I will double check.
That is correct. You should believe me because that is true.
Remember when Anthony Tisdall got that perfect round? That was fucking awesome.
So
He's a better player than he believes
Some
he
very
is.
fun names on this perfect round list, Tim, I will say.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Robert
Hypnosil.
and Javi.
Hypnosil.
Hypnosil is correct. So Javi gets the perfect round number 1. Javi, you are going to get a bonus question to you. Only to you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Nick, you want to go ahead and ask the question?
Gladly, your question is, name both Fandom films where the 4 main characters skydive out of one plane only to land in or on another.
Penguins of Madagascar and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
That is correct. For the most, I thought you were going to say it. Sorry. That is correct for 1 point. So Javi gets the true perfect round, 11-9. Nick, is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's get into round number 2. How's it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 Fandom categories on it as well. Spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like it, they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. Look at 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1, but be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Disney Animation, YA, DreamWorks, MCU, Epic Adventures, DC, Horror Icons, and Law & Order. Take it away, Tim.
Okay, Javi, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Bobby?
Javi, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. Look at what happens when you believe in yourself.
I didn't. Yeah, we'll go second. We'll defer.
All right. We will bring in Mr. Will Cohen as he can. Nick spins the wheel for Robert.
You got the wrong third Law and Order film. Don't worry about it, Bobby. We're good.
Lands on MCU.
I'm gonna take that.
What?
Go for
Really?
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Turns out I
That's
am.
weird. All right.
Yeah,
That's out
I
of
know.
character.
That might happen. All right. Robert, I'm going to give you,
Go ahead.
I'll be giving you questions in the category of the MCU. Are you prepared for them?
I've heard of the thing, so let's go.
That's good. Your first question. Which MCU film features a giant beast from another planet seen being stuck on Earth chasing birds in a post-credit scene?
Thor: The Dark
I know
World.
it's not my turn. Oh, okay. Sorry. I just wanted to say technical for
You're
if
good.
there's a steal, but he's
That
not
is
getting it.
correct for 2
Thank
points,
you.
Robert.
Sorry.
If you just for future, if you need a steal and we'll be like go to you, and then you can say technical right when we go to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Or put it in the chat too.
That's fair, actually. I like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
All right. Do you want me to- yeah.
Yeah, just go. Keep going. You're fine.
Great. Well, here we go. Robert, your second question in the MCU. Who composed the score for Black Widow?
Lauren Balfe.
That is correct. 2 points. And the lead. Robert, your third question. At the beginning of Doctor Strange, Caecilius steals a dark ritual from a book called the Book of what?
Five,
Agamotto.
That is incorrect. Javi, chance for the 2-point steal.
I don't think this is right. I'm going to say the Book of Vishanti.
That is also incorrect. Both multiple choice options, but we were looking for the Book of Cagliostro.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. All right, Robert, your penultimate question in MCU. In Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, after arriving to the rebel camp, Scott remarks how their society has what that are alive, which is different from Earth?
Buildings.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and Robert, your final question. In Captain America, the First Avenger, Steve takes every part of his costume from the show with him to infiltrate the Hydra base, but steals what object from someone else?
Motorcycle.
That is incorrect. Javi, chance for the 2-point steal.
I'm going to say a jacket.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for helmet.
Okay.
Can I bring in Will, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah, my initial thought was motorcycle
Yeah.
too.
It
Because like they
doesn't have a motorcycle when he's thing, and he uses it to get, well,
doesn't he use
Alright,
it
he
to like,
doesn't
jump the
use it.
fence?
yeah, you know what? I don't know if that's going to work, actually, because he doesn't use that to get to the base. I just realized that.
Okay.
It's
If
the
you don't
air.
feel if you don't feel comfortable with the challenge, then we won't at this point.
I mean, do you want to throw it? I don't care, honestly.
If you don't think we're gonna need it in round 3, then what's the harm?
No, I'm not going to throw it because
Okay.
it's not right.
No challenge then.
I was thinking of the wrong thing. Actually, wait, one more. Nick, can you read the question one more time?
Question, yeah. In Captain America, the First Avenger, Steve takes every part of his costume from the show with him to infiltrate the Hydra base, but steals what object from someone else?
Okay, actually, you know what? Because they don't specify what Hydra base, I am going to challenge. Because
Great.
Okay.
We will be
We'll be
right
right
back after this challenge. All right, back from the challenge. Nick and I talked about it. We talked with the players and the managers. Nick and I ultimately decided that in the question, talking about Steve taking the costume from the show to infiltrate the base specifies which instance of infiltrating the base we were talking about. So Robert's answer of motorcycle would not be correct, unfortunately, and Javi's answer of whatever the fuck he said also would not be correct because I don't remember what he said. So no steals. The question stands, and we are moving on to Javi's spin at the wheel as Robert's turn is done, and it is 15-11 as we bring in Mr. Holtzman. Go ahead and spin the wheel, Nick. And it lands on DC.
I
We
want
talked
to keep
about
it.
exactly this. You want to keep it
Yeah.
still?
Yeah, I want to
You
keep
got
it.
this. Believe in yourself. You're doing great.
Thanks.
All right. Javi, I will be giving you your questions in the category of DC. Are you ready?
Enough, I guess. Hopefully.
All right, your first question. The main character carries around a small glass flower that was given to his father by his mother in which DC film?
I'll go multiple choice, please.
All right, your options are A, Steel, B, Stardust, C, Red, or D, V for Vendetta.
Stardust.
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question. Who voices Barbara Gordon in the Lego Batman movie?
Rosario Dawson.
That is correct for 2 points. Bloodhaven. Okay, sorry. Your next
I'll
question.
vote for police.
Who kills Rorschach in Watchmen?
Dr. Manhattan.
That's funny. Yeah, that's 2 points.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, your next question. What specific type of establishment does Tom Stahl, aka Joey Cusack, own in A History of Violence?
A diner.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question in the round of DC. In Superman 2, Clark claimed to be getting what type of food, causing him to miss Superman saving the boy who fell at Niagara Falls?
A hot dog.
That is correct for 2 more points. And Nick, at the end of round number 2, I have Javi with a 5-point lead, 20-15. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
Excellent year for film and excellent match so far. Nick, how's round number 3 going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the round of Fandom Fights. Each player, once they hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
All right. First category you can bet points on is Epic Adventures. Let's get bets, starting with Robert.
2.
And Javi.
2.
Okay, your question in the category of Epic Adventures. In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Henry Jones Sr. thinks Indiana dies when what type of vehicle falls off of a cliff? Fucking mwah movie. Oh, so good.
My favorite of the 5.
Me too.
Me too. Yeah. I go 3, 1, 2, 5, 4.
I don't know if I go there.
I know a lot of people who hate Temple of Doom, and it
I
angers me.
love it.
I love
I
Temple.
don't love it.
I also love Temple.
I think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Him running around and all sweaty in that in that tank top with the machete. Oh god, fucking great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert
Tank.
and Javi.
You mentioned a tank top and a machete, but a tank.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We both
Tank
wrote it
is
down.
correct. 22-17 is the score. Nick, what's the next category?
Next category to get points on is horror icons.
Let's get bets, starting with Javi
0.
and Robert.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, which Friday the 13th film features an alcoholic gravedigger who is killed by Jason with a shattered bottle of alcohol?
Sounds like my Friday night.
Isn't it funny that you said tank top and machete and
It was an accident.
but tank, but now the machete because then it was Friday the 13th question.
I can see the future. My bad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Javi, who bet 0.
I don't know. Jason lives.
Robert.
Is it right? Fuck.
Jason lives.
Jason lives is correct. 22-19 is the score. So 3-point game. 3 questions remaining. Next category is Criminal Underworld. All right, let's get bets, starting with Robert
2.
and Javi.
I'll definitely challenge it. 2.
Jesus. Okay. Your question in the category of Criminal Underworld. Who plays undercover agent Monica Fuentes in Too Fast, Too Furious? Did I say that right?
Fuentes.
Fuentes?
Little extra on the.
Ooh, yeah.
We would accept it, like if.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Would you accept that for 2 points?
Yeah.
4.
They give you like 1 point for it.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
Mrs. Ryan Gosling. Eva Mendes.
Oh, I forgot they were married. Oh, let's go to Javi.
Gosh darn it, Castner. I was going to say the same thing.
Well, I got
Mendes is correct. 21-24. 3-point game. 2 questions remaining. Nick, what is the penultimate category?
Penultimate category is Pixar.
Let's get bets starting with Javi
2.
and Robert.
2.
All right. What's the question in Pixar, Nick?
The question is, what is the first name of the businessman who wants to bring back superheroes in Incredibles 2?
I'm sweating.
Me too. Sick.
It's me. 5,
Yeah, I agree.
4, 3,
Repeat.
2. That is the first repeat for Robert.
Second repeat for Robert. Your question again. What is the first name of the businessman who wants to bring back superheroes in Incredibles 2? He used one while you were fishing around for your marker cap.
Yeah.
Correct. Forgot about
Did you notice how it's not pronounced Eva Mendes?
I'm gonna use the last repeat.
Final repeat for Robert. Your question again. What is the first name of the businessman who wants to bring back superheroes in Incredibles 2?
So, yeah, you're very right. You know, God fucking damn it. Oh, I'm so tired. I've been awake for a long time.
That's fair.
Oh,
Good game.
that's actually not true because I took a nap today, but it made me feel worse. 5, 4,
Hey, when that happens.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert, let's go to you.
I said Wally.
And Javi.
Winston, last name Dever.
And your winner, Javi Madan Winston, was the correct answer. Nick, an upset. This was an insane match. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. It's hard to call any, like I said, any of these matches an upset. And I think I was right. You put these guys against each other, and I think each of them wins half the times. I think they're both that good. I'm happy for how I think so. Robert's had a lot of great success recently. Challenged for his first title. Been doing incredible things. I think Javi needed a win coming into this. Javi's been on a bit of a down streak since he won Rookie of the Year. He hasn't found the same success in that year that he's had it in these past couple of years. So I think he needed a win. I'm happy for Javi. Robert's still a top-notch player. Like I said, only player in this tournament to challenge for a belt. So yeah, this actually is an upset because Robert is a higher seed, but also like was a favorite to win the whole thing based on how he's been playing recently. But when Javi scores a perfect round, hits everything else literally, would have had a perfect game if it were not for the steal opportunities. But outside of steals, he just missed a perfect game. I don't know if that makes it feel better or worse, but it's to beat Robert, you have to be perfect or near perfect, and that's what Javi was today. So I'm happy for him.
Yeah. All right, let's go talk to the players right now in the post-match interviews.
Robert, not the outcome you wanted, but there can't be much surprise going up against Javi. Because, yes, you won last time, you beat him last time, but Javi's not someone you can just go into a match against and call it a guaranteed locked-up victory. And Javi's clearly stepped it up since the last time you two played. I don't know if he learned something, but coming in, hitting his first perfect round, sweeping his round 2 category, and not missing in round 3. It was just a winning formula for him today, and you happen to be on the other side of it. It's got to be frustrating. It's probably mostly frustrating for you to hear that like people need to be perfect to beat you, and then that kind of keeps happening. Yep. But hopefully you find some solace in that you are that good that it takes that to beat you. How you feeling? I know it's an earlier exit than you were hoping for, but thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I get upset in tournaments a lot. As a singles player. Yeah, I mean, Javi played as lights out as he's ever played. It's the best I've ever seen Javi play in my freaking life. And I love Javi, but I mean, that's true. It's the best he's ever played. And I miss some MCU stuff that I normally wouldn't miss, but obviously it's stuff I haven't revisited in a second. And, you know, it's been a long weekend for me. I'm not gonna use the excuse Javi and stuff. He's got school and everything. I'm just saying I'm getting old, clearly, and you know, staying up late. Doesn't do wonders for me anymore. So kudos to him. Hats off to him. You know, I shouldn't have missed those MCU questions, but you know, if it goes down to it, he probably beats me because I just didn't remember the dude's name. So hats off to him. I hope he goes far. Yeah, it'll be nice to get the break, probably. So cool.
So, Robert, I do want to jump in here and say, because I know where you are in life right now. I was there just a few years ago myself, and so I know what trying to take care of a small child plus a full-time job plus trying to study for something as difficult as fandom, especially the way that you play fandom, is difficult. And so unfortunately, unfortunately, time and energy are a factor here. Student life does have that as well, but parent, there is something to say about parent life, as far as I'm concerned, being a little bit more difficult. So you shouldn't beat yourself up over this. Like I said before, you missed the perfect round because you wrote down the wrong third entry in a Law and Order franchise.
To be fair, I probably wouldn't have got the bonus question, honestly. But you know what? I wasn't locked in when you asked it, so maybe if I had locked in with stakes, who knows? But
that's fair. But you were still playing a good game, but unfortunately, when your opponent is not missing any questions, essentially, it's really hard to come back from that. So, we're just going to do what we always do. We're just going to learn from this. We're just going to, re-strategize and come back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
indeed, you will, Robert. We can reveal the match aired last week, but you and Kaiser did win your round 1 teams match, so you will be you'll be moving forward in that tournament. Perhaps even more dangerous that you can now put all your focus into that. And we will definitely see you again at some point because you've had such a killer beginning of the year. You still have a last one standing prize in your back pocket. So, Robert, we will definitely see you again. Congratulations on a great performance. You missed 4 questions. So that usually wins matches, but like we've said it ad nauseum. Javi just was on another level. So congratulations on a match well played, Robert. We'll see you again.
Okay.
Javi, you came in. Cameron was like relaxed and whatnot. I don't know if you were the same, even if that was the game plan. And you play. I think Robert's right. I think this is the best game you've ever had. I think this makes it worse. I saw your reaction backstage when I said it that you just missed a perfect game. If it were not for Robert's MCU steals. All questions that were asked directly to you, and you first you hit. So fantastic match. If you play like that, you could replace Robert as a potential threat to win this whole tournament. Thoughts on the match? Did you learn anything from the first time you played Robert that you used today?
No, I didn't learn anything. I think I got a little. That's an understatement. I think I got very lucky with the categories, with the lead, with honestly even like the movies in the categories that I'm not super confident in. I don't need a perfect game. That's fine. Like honestly, like if I ever get it, that's gonna be like the coolest thing ever. But frankly, I just wanted to play a good game, and I wanted at some point to get a perfect round. I didn't care if it was a true perfect round. I didn't care if it was just like a regular perfect round. I just wanted a perfect round at some point. Because I think there's been times where like you watch a match sometimes and you're like, if only I got that round 1, I would have gotten it. And like whenever you get it, you're like 7 in round 1. That's okay, but it's like it's not anywhere near perfect. So I don't know. I think Castner played a great game. Actually. I think you're right. I needed a win. I needed a win, and I think it means a lot that it's kind of this one because especially Castner had like 2 matches between me and him, like when he last played me. My last match was Castner in teams and singles. I don't know what's aired so far, but in teams and singles it has been Castner, and Castner beat me in singles, which that's the one where it's like, is he better than me or not? Because you can make a debate like, oh, Kaiser and Cameron, they helped Javi and they helped.
No, it's 100% you. I actually didn't write anything on my board when we played Rule of 2, if you remember correctly.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Well, that was all me then. I think we scored 10, so that must have been a perfect round. Oh, yeah. Great. Never mind. Not my first perfect round. No. But yeah. Anyway, great game to Castner. Whenever I talked about this when I last played Ryan, but whenever I ramble, whenever I'm anxious or nervous, I just ramble and I don't really say anything. So I'm gonna shut up and let my manager speak.
How you did.
it's like I said at the beginning, like sometimes truly what you like Javi gets in his head quite a bit with this. I can say from experience as his teammate. I can say from watching him in all of his matches, like Javi can get a little anxious, and so sometimes truly, like I said, like I was here to offer support and to try to help him calm down. And I'd like to believe that me dressing in this very warm onesie in pretty warm weather out here, as opposed to last time when I wore this when it was like fall and it was kind of chilly out. Yeah, Javi, you with the way that the stats work, because like your accuracy and your steal rate are like two separate stats. So like as far as the accuracy is concerned, I think you got 100% accuracy. No, is that not how it works?
No,
No.
steals are separate, but they are incorporated.
They're incorporated.
I dropped out of math in university and switched
Fair.
into English because it was hard. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, Javi, it does feel as though you are returning to you started the reason you won Rookie of the Year is because you had big upsets in your first tournament that you played in. This is a good way to start. And I have some potentially good news for you if you want to go on some revenge comeback story or whatever. You'll be playing the last person who beat you before Robert, the number 5 seed Ryan Payne. You scored higher than him in that match, accuracy-wise, by quite a bit, but he still came back and won. Is there any animosity? Are you excited to play Ryan again? What's the story?
I don't like the revenge tour narrative. I think so many people have been like, I'm going on my revenge tour, and that just blew up in their face. Like it worked for Tyler, but like,
It did, yeah.
like I love Joe, but that did not work for him. What was it, Revenge of the Fuzz or whatever it was called?
Yeah, that was my idea.
That didn't work. But he's like, I'm just hoping I play a good game. Hopefully the accuracy reflects in the actual points by the end of it this time. I'm not mad at that. Like that's me betting 0 on Bond when I hit it and betting 2 on Disney and missing. Like that's me being dumb.
Based on the wardrobe choices, this will not be a revenge tour. This will be Javi's trivia equivalent of those guys who drove to every Margaritaville in the contiguous United States in like 2 weeks to eat at all of them.
I'm so stressed. So like
a trip where you do the same thing over and over again, and hopefully you don't go insane.
I'm so stressed in literally everything outside of trivia that I started realizing trivia is starting to stress me out a little bit. So I was like, screw it, whatever. Like just calm down. Like whatever. This is the thing you do for fun. Don't stress about it. So hopefully that mentality keeps it up.
Sounds like a plan. Javi, congratulations on the win, on the upset. We will see you in round number 2. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. This is great. Fantastic match. I was happy to be here for it. So thank you to Robert and Will. Thank you to Javi and Cameron. Thank you to Nick for writing the match. I have been Tim. We will see you guys next time with another great Fandom Fights match. Until then, have a great night.